Welcome to Math with Real Flow. Today, we'll be getting into mastering the bracket law of indices. All right, let's get into it now. First, let's go back to some basic rules of indices where we have 2 raised to the power 0 equals to 1. 2 raised to the power 1 is the same thing as just 2 by itself. 2 raised to the power 2 is equals to 2 times 2. Likewise, 2 raised to the power 3 is the same thing as 2 times 2 times 2. All right, let's get into it. Now, when a product or a quotient within brackets is raised to a power, each factor inside the bracket is raised to that power. That's the rule that governs the bracket law of indices. So 2 in bracket raised to the power 2 outside is the same thing as 2 in bracket. Remember that 2 is the same thing as 2 raised to the power 1. Okay? So this is the same thing as 2 raised to the power 1 times 2. So when we have 2 in bracket raised to a power, and that's raised to a power outside, we just multiply the powers. Okay? We just multiply the powers. So 1 times 2 is 2. Okay? Tap the subscribe button if you like what you're hearing. All right. So 2 raised to the power 2, that's raised to a higher power, 3. Simple. 2 raised to the power 2 times 3. So once we have a number raised to a power that's in a bracket that's raised to a different power, we just multiply the powers. So that will be 2 raised to the power 6. All right, let's do another one. 3 raised to the power 4 in brackets, and that's raised to the power 3 is equals to 3 raised to the power 4, and we multiply that power 4 times 3. So the answer will be 3 raised to the power 12, because 4 times 3 is equals to 12. So we just multiply the powers. Okay, let's do another one. This looks difficult, but it's not. So we have 5 raised to the power half, that's raised to the power 2. This is equals to 5 raised to the power half times 2. So let me work out half times 2 on the right hand side. Now, I do have a playlist that have everything that you need to know about fractions. So you can look at that playlist so you understand what I'm doing right here. So half times 2 is the same thing as 1. Okay? So look at that playlist and then you'll get to understand it better if you don't. So 5 raised to the power half times 2 is the same thing as 5, because a half times 2 is 1. Okay, same thing in algebra. We have x raised to the power 4, that's then raised to the power 2. The same thing as x to the fourth, and we multiply the power 4 times 2. So we have x raised to the power 8. Nothing hard at all, quite simple. Let's do another one where we have m raised to the power a quarter, same thing as 1 over 4, and that is then raised to the power 16, which is equals to m raised to the power a quarter, and we multiply the quarter by 16. Let's work this out one side, which I'm just breaking it down for persons who are not, familiar so much with fractions. So a quarter by 16 is the same thing as when we divide 4 into 16, we get 4. So m raised to the power quarter by 16 is the same thing as m raised to the power 4. If you need more on this, please check out my playlist with fractions. Okay, so we have x raised to the power 3 over 2 in brackets, and then we then raise this bracket to the power 4 over 5. And this is the same thing as x raised to the power 3 over 2, and then we multiply the power, which is 4 over 5, which is equals to, we say 2 into 2 goes 1 time, and then we said 2 into 4 goes 2 times, because we can break it down. So we just multiply what's on top. 3 times 2 is 6 over 5. Thanks for watching the video. See you next time.